What I'd like to do is remind you that if time management is all about mind management, we also need to pay attention to our internal interruptions. External would be from other people, from the outside, interrupting you in some way. What would internal interruptions look like? What kinds of interruptions do you think are internal? Go ahead and type that in the chat box. Family member issues, thinking about how much work you have to do, procrastination, yes, that's a huge one. Family calls, text messages, wasting time trying to figure out what to work on next, easily distracted by more interesting topics, yes, personal tasks. So all of these are internal interruptions. That means you can't control when people are going to email you. You can't control when people will message you. You can't control when somebody's going to stop by your desk. However, with internal interruptions, we can control whether or not we're going to allow them to continue for a long time and whether or not we're going to allow them to drive us off track, go down that rabbit hole, and do other things instead of the most important tasks that are right in front of us. So I wanted to quickly go over two different types of internal interruptions. And one is perspective. I have used the term interruptions throughout this. And the term interruption has a very negative connotation, because nobody is excited when they hear the word interruption. But if we call every kind of request, every kind of question that comes in an interruption, then we also tend to respond or react negatively. But what I want you to think about is, if it is your job to answer questions, is it truly an interruption? Or if it is somebody who is not your favorite person in the world and they are asking you the question or they are stopping by, do you feel that negative response coming up and you react differently when it is your best bud from work asking you the question or making a request of you? What I have found is when I have my clients list all of the people at work who they consider time leaks, who do stop by or message questions, who do stop by or message requests, when they make that list of people and I have them estimate how much time they lose to each of those individuals throughout the week, what they often discover is that some of the people they like the most are the ones who take up the most of their time. We like them so much that we don't say no, or we don't reschedule, or we don't ask them to come back later. So something that I'd like you to start paying attention to is, who are these time leaks and what is my perspective? What is my opinion? What is my feeling toward that person? Because when it's negative, when we do feel like it's a negative part of the day, then we tend to get really flustered and our productivity drops. However, if we tell ourselves in a more positive light, this is a part of my job, I'm supposed to be asking these questions, then it becomes a lot more manageable for your brain to handle it, and that will help with productivity.